there's not such a thing in town, but First Alert is a provider of service to be sure that if you live alone, you have an accident, you fall down, you cannot step up, you can put, pull or pinch a watch or something that they give you to use in your clothes, and they send help to you. So this is the best option right now. He is standing out in a little booth. He has information for anybody who is interested. His name is Etiel Camas. The name of the company is First Alert. Now, before we start this morning, I would like to say that as I go through the agenda, I will ask for a motion and a second on the agenda items requiring a vote. I will then allow questions only as it relates to the current agenda item under consideration using the microphone. Persons using the microphone must first state their name, first and last name, and their lot numbers. Then I will call for a vote. The vote will be taken by show of hands or ballot. When the meeting is adjourned, I will open the floor for questions. All questions will be using the microphone in the center of the floor. In order to be fair and provide an opportunity for the most people present to access the microphone, the speaker will be limited to either one statement or one question with an option for one follow-up question. If the same speaker wishes another turn at the microphone, they must go to the end of the line. Okay, I will proceed with the endowment of the assembly. In accordance with Article 49 of the Rules and Regulations, the required notice was mailed to all owners of the association, the condominium La Ventana del Mar. In accordance with Article Fraction F, Article 49 Fraction F, I will preside over the assembly in representation of the administrator, and I designate Mrs. Salina Valverde, on the right side, as Secretary of the Assembly, determining the quorum. 10 a.m. at first call, we have not reached the quorum. Right now I make the first call to see if we reach a quorum. Usually we wait for 15 minutes, but I think so it's too much time. So if all of you agree, we can wait only 5 minutes and make a second call and the same thing in the third call. So instead of waiting 45 minutes, we will be waiting only 15. If you are in agreement, just raise your hand, please. Thank you. Okay, so Sarina is making the numbers right now, so as she gives me the number, we will wait 5 minutes.
El agua.
Sí, yo estoy.
Entonces, el amor, un jugo, ¿no?
Por favor.
Free?
Okay, we have the first numbers. Owners present, 20. Absentee ballots, 3. Proxies, 3. Developer, 265, for a total of 291. The percentage rate is 37.35, so we still don't have a quorum. We'll wait 5 minutes for making the second call.
I mean, you need to have a quorum.
We have to go with the procedure. At the end, the number of people present is going to be the number that makes the quorum. But we have to make, according to the rules, first call, second call, and third call. If we don't do it, then the minutes are not done properly. And we have to do them right, they have to be.
Sí, eso sería una excelente idea. Ya. It's really hard. Allá, acá estoy haciendo abierto. Aquí es por... Ah, sí, bueno, ¿no? Poner abajo de un lado de ti, bajo la mesa. No, ya es que no me da cuenta que no traigo carga. Ya me puse a cargar de lo largo.
It is 10 a.m., so we are starting. Thank you for being here. The first thing that we are going to do is to introduce you to our special guest of today, which is the attorney Edgardo Gagiola Calderon. He represents the Attorney General of the state of Baja California. So this is a very important information for you to know about how to deal with the thing about burglaries, robberies, whatever comes up. Licenciado, por favor. Allá.
Good morning. I will try to write in English. I don't know about Valero, but I can do my best of. My name is Edward. I am from the DA office. We are giving to offer a new service that is the virtual complaint. If you are victim of a crime, you can make your complaint. If you are victim of a crime, you can make your complaint from your smartphone or from your computer. It's not necessary to go to our office. We will show you the official page where you can do that.
Presentar una denuncia. En este video te mostraremos cómo utilizar la plataforma del Centro de Denuncia Tecnológica de la Fiscalía General del Estado de Baja California. Ingresa a www.mglc.gov.mx. Es indispensable contar con un correo electrónico para el registro en vídeo de...
Okay. First thing you need to know is to create a user at this page. You can create right now the form and keep it with you. It's like you have any email, you will get a user with a button. You can make before you listen and keep it safe. It's very important to know it is not an emergency call. If you are in dangerous, you need to call 911. And it is not an anonymous claim. In this page, they will ask you for your name and your NAD. There are other two ways. If you want to make an anonymous claim, it's a different page. It is for official claim.
También es obligatorio ser mayor de edad. Llena los campos con tus datos personales y sube una foto de tu identificación oficial. Si no cuentas con una, podrás tomarte una fotografía en tiempo real. Escribe aceptar y aparecerá una ventana donde podrás confirmar si tu información es correcta. Verifica tu correo electrónico e ingresa tu contraseña. Ahora deberás completar el formulario con los detalles de tu denuncia. En caso de conocer al responsable del delito, podrás ingresar sus datos. Una vez completada la información, se te dará a conocer los derechos de la víctima o ofendido. Da clic e inicia con la videodenuncia. Y un operador estará listo para atenderte. Puedes consultar tu folio en la parte superior, al igual que el menú de derivaciones, con la ubicación de las instituciones correspondientes. Incluso contamos con salas virtuales de recepción de videodenuncia en las instalaciones de la Fiscalía.
Se colgó.
Más cercana. Localidad. En la Fiscalía General del Estado de Baja
La internet.
California, nos innovamos proliferando trucarse el acceso a la justicia desde cualquier lugar del mundo. Y porque la Fiscalía promueve la cultura de la denuncia, la Fiscalía te conecta.
It is the official page of the district attorney office. In this way, you will be say two options. Say your denuncia and say complaint or lose process. If you lose any document, you can show your report right there. So you can do adapt the page, or you can go for your smartphone. Use that code. We will give you a copy of that. Okay. Use the page, and you will select complaint, and
Video denuncia. Push.
yes.
For clarification, this is where you would go to put in a report for complaint for denuncio instead of like calling 911.
No.
Which would be more of an emergency. If you got robbed, if you had somebody who, whatever the situation is. The denuncia is the actual.
Yes.
The denuncia is the actual complaint, correct?
Exactly.
Okay, exactly. So if somebody had a complaint, they can go online and they can file the information so that they don't have to go directly to the police station.
Exactly like that. Okay.
Bueno,
It's not an emergency call. Emergency call is 911. It is for if you are a victim of a crime, some thief or burglary at the home, and you do complaint, it will be as soon as 24 hours. You will be attended by officials and space. It will be like a video. You will be interviewed.
Can you explain to people the difference here? When you call 911, that's just to report an emergency. If you want follow-up and have the crime be prosecuted, you have to do the denuncia. In the USA, most people used to call 911 for the police. The detective will follow up later on, and here generally you have to go do the official denuncia, and have the police follow forward and you have to continue with it. I don't think people are used to that.
Yes, the 911 is if you are in danger right now. If you are victim of crime in this moment. If you are in danger, please call 911. You know, it is an complaint or a crime that happened 2 days ago or in the morning. If you said anybody stole your car or you were breaking your home, you can make the denuncia.
What a lot of people are not used to here, maybe they're not aware of it, is call 911 doesn't actually do the complaint. Call
Yes.
911
Yes.
helps only with the emergency.
Yes.
Police report, but it does not do the complaint.
Uh-huh.
Follow up with complaint.
Yes.
Or the person committing the crime cannot be prosecuted.
Yeah, it doesn't substitute the 911. You need to get 911. And it is very important to do that. But in our investigation, we ask for the records for 911. For note that you really made a meeting at that time. At the time that we have. If you show any crime, okay, 911, and after, they will denuncia.
So, in the case of El Dorado Ranch residents like ourselves, normally we would get a hold of, security here and so forth. If, let's say there was a break-in. We're not in trouble at the moment, but we discovered in returning home that there had been a break-in. So, if we do this, does that automatically, or does somebody functionally notify El Dorado Ranch security, or do we have to do both? Should we do this and notify El Dorado Ranch security that there was a break-in.
I know, you know the ones. It is for us, it is for our process or human investigation, and you need to tell the ranch what happened about that.
Okay,
It's
so-
very different.
So this won't be automatically
No,
notified.
it's
So,
only for the government, it's only for us, this information. It's only for this attorney office.
okay.
The complaint.
So, lastly, and you may not know the answer to this, our situation in the past has been, we might notify security comes out, and of course, they don't have any legal standing, to do what, let's say, the police do, and so forth. So, is this like notifying the police so that we're not only getting El Dorado Ranch security involved, but we're also getting the police from San Felipe involved?
Yes. This not the solar, we begin the investigation. You can do your complaint with the round two, but we are doing the investigation. And the important thing of this is you can take in your home, in any place you are. It's not necessary to come to if you are in your state, you can make your complaint. It is the importance of that service.
Okay, and the reason we're identifying ourselves, of course, is so that you can get back in touch with us in some form or whatever. Call us or know where we're living and
Exactly.
Exactly.
As soon as we receive that because it is a remote center, it's not San Felipe. They send it to us, the information that you make at the center. The center, when you call this page is not San Felipe. I think it's in one. They send it immediately to us, the information, and they said there was thief, there was a burglary, there was a crime, please make a.
Lastly, is there an English translation page, or if not, could there be in the near future?
It will be good in the future because it's a new service. We have a couple months that we began stay with this service.
Very good.
We are in capacitation for giving the computer letters.
Thank you very much. You've done a wonderful job. Thank you.
I'm just gonna say it real loud. Since it's on computer, your computer usually has an automatic translator at the top of the page, and information
Come on, use
like
'em.
this would be translated.
Yes.
Yes.
So why is it not translated?
24-hour service. All the years, we can be on Sunday till the morning and we'll be attended as soon as possible. The other service that is very important too, it's not so common, but it happens when you lose your documents, your passport, your ID, your driver license. Usually you need a report for that loss. The record of your car, the record of your home. They ask you for a loan report. You can make a loan report too. And the other option, this page shows two options: the loan report and the criminal complaint. You don't need to go to the last for make this process. So see, my recommendation is do the user before. Don't wait until you need it. You can create the user anytime and keep it with you the name and the password, and when you need it, you have with you. So like the video say, you need to prove your identity. Then we ask you for a picture. If you have a picture, it will be with the camera.
Okay, shalom.
Oh. Yes. Now, maybe I didn't hear you at the beginning, but you're located here in town, not in Mexicali.
No, we are in San Felipe.
On this time, where you guys at?
We are at the downtown in Martin Cortez and Manzanillo.
Okay. Open all the time or just 5 days a week?
When there are no people detention, we will leave 8 to 9 o'clock.
Okay.
And
Thank
in
you.
case of emergency, we are 24 hours.
Okay, thank you. Gracias.
I don't know if anybody already had complaint, crime. If you are a victim, I don't know. What do you think about us? What will help you? Any question about that?
Now, let me ask you, is everybody in the Now, let me ask you, is everybody, not just here at the ranch, but is everybody in town entitled to this service?
Sure.
In San Felipe?
Yes.
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 You can do it in anybody. We already have this stuff in another camps at the south too, and they already are using it. We went there last week Costa Verde. We Costa Verde, and we had delicious too, and we are giving this information to all the people. And you don't need to, they don't need to trip 1 hour or 2 hours for make a complaint. If they have connection to internet, they can do it anywhere you are.
Thank you.
There is another question in the back.
Can you maybe walk people through the process after they've been to the museum? Like what they would expect a phone call, or maybe the Seattle's would come out and talk to them, and then if it's a crime, they may have to follow up and go to court to actually prosecute the person.
Okay.
A lot of people from the USA are not used to that process. They're used to calling the cops, detectives come, they find a person, they have enough evidence, they might not have to keep on following the process. They really have to follow the process and help with it.
Yes, it is just the beginning of when we know that what happened. After that, we get an investigation or agents, and they will be called. It is very important that you show your information at the crime, your address, your phone number, email you, and when you do the complaint, we usually 24 hours. After you catch what takes when it happen. We will be looking for a witness, looking for a camera, looking for any indications that will help for the investigation.
Porque nada más tenemos dos micrófonos, tenemos que tener dos. Tenemos que tener dos micrófonos, este el otro.
Just asking
El otro
if
micrófono.
I need to go to you.
¿Y el otro?
I have
Tenemos
built a gazebo,
tres.
pergola on my roof, terrace, and there's a fee that you have to pay to the HOA. And in this fee, it's a refundable $600. And for months, I've not been able to get that deposit back. Do I need to go to you?
Yes, you should get a fraud. It's a crime.
Okay.
You make a complaint, and we will investigate you. What happens?
So that's part of what you do.
Yes,
Okay, thank you.
we present the crimes.
That's another one.
I'd like to know what type of complaints can be filed. You said you addressed most of the issues that were safety issues. But what about if you had services done in the city and you weren't happy with them? You felt you weren't treated right, you got a bad deal. Is that something you could file a complaint with?
No, it's don't question. It's a confusion. We investigate only crimes. So, we don't have anything about the city service or a complaint between neighbors or anything about that. We don't very. The most common crimes that we investigate are the thief and all the kinds of thief, house thief,
Still.
car thief, island thief, burglars, breaking down. Other kinds, yeah, I believe.
Okay, I think so. We have all the questions that are most important right now. And I think so we have to thank our Attorney General, Edgar Cardiola. Thank you for his time.
I will give you a copy for that. You can scan the code for your phone or make your complaint. There display the two options. One is for the complaint and one is for the look report. You can scan with your smartphone and try to.
Okay, gracias. We are going to talk about this when we get to burglaries at the ranch. I will explain a little bit more about some things that are related directly with the ranch. Okay.
Thank you very much.
Sí, hay que apagarlo, please. Muchas gracias. Sí, cómo no. Sí, sí, sí. Okay, we will go ahead with our meeting. Welcome to all of you again. I call to order the town hall. The meeting procedure will be as always. I will make the presentation and the questions will be answered at the end of the presentation. For the questions, each person will take a turn of the microphone beside the stage, stating your name, lot number, and your question to provide opportunity to talk to everyone. One question per person, please. Now I want to present the supervisory committee. I am representing the director or the administrator of the HOA. The supervisor committee is from EDR, Dick Person as president, Ed Jones, Philip and Rensburg. In La Ventana del Mar, Denise Lavin, Falshut. In Las Villas, Marta Rizek and Gary Lambert. I want to thank them for all the hard work they do. I know they receive people almost daily. Everywhere in their homes, in the restaurant, everywhere they are, they receive people. In June, we did receive Gary Lambert's decision about not running for supervisor the next term. Right now, we have only received one new resume, but it's for La Ventana del Mar. I would like to invite somebody from Las Villas to send us their resume. Public meetings, dates to remember. Town hall meetings of next year to be advised. Developer meeting this year, November 2. GA meetings, November 3, EDR, November 4, La Ventana del Mar and Las Villas. You can see that now I am wearing a microphone here, and there is going to be another one other side. I have been receiving suggestions or recommendations from owners that doesn't live here and some live here about that with the noise of the room sometimes they cannot hear very well what I say or the questions done by the floor. So we were investigating which kind of equipment will be good for us, and we bought the microphones and the camera. A new camera is arriving next week. The next item in the agenda is a newsletter. The newsletter is a very useful tool. For example, there is always questions about road grading. Now the road grading schedule is each month in the calendar of the newsletter. So everybody knows when their streets or the main streets are going to be done. I receive questions at these meetings, usually when are you going to do Saltito Road or Toyon or electrical? Now you can see it each month here, the day that they were going to be. We have been doing this for several months now, but I want to remind you of that. Besides that, there's a lot of information that you can see. The summary of incidents, HOA at work. This is the things that we have been doing during the last month. Ranch Trust Department, security contact numbers. There's always something happening. For example, we see security numbers have changed. No. The people in their minds think that we changed because they call not the emergency number, but the normal number. And they say, well, I call the emergency number. Are you sure? Many times not. But here it's here is an example of the numbers that we have. Activities Department, General Assembly absentee ballots that are going to be very important in November. We have the proxies and we have the absentee ballots. When you go in to receive the documents for the next GA meeting in November, there is all the instructions to do any one of them you can use. The only one. You use a proxy, you cannot use the ballot. If you use the ballot, you cannot use the proxy because that will be duplicated. Right now, we are including in each month something about the technical review committee because there was a lot of confusion, a lot of questions So right now you are informed. Anything that you need to know about construction, right now we are working in a new document with several pages that says, don't do construct before you read this. And this is going to be handed out to any person that goes to sales when they finish their buying, or in our customer service office when it is ready, so you know at least the minimum requirements to construct. Because usually there is people who get in contact with the constructor, and they say, no, we can start, no problem. And then no license, no permits, no nothing, invasions of non-designed areas to construct, and then complaints about the TRC. So please contact the TRC before. And I am not talking just to the saloon. I am talking to all the people who is outside and have not made a construction at the ranch. So this is to prevent further problems for anybody. The Centro Equestre, it's going to start working again very soon. She is requiring some help for volunteers, mainly with the school for kids with needs, special needs. The dog park, same thing. Fishing club will start in October again. Golf news, if you see the golf right now, the golf course, it's very, very nice. It's very good. The last rain was perfect for it. The hiking group with Christine is starting again. The EDR library is very, very good. It's working very fine. Pickleball, they are doing starting their season 2. They play all the year around, but the season comes up. Safe with Dan Westwood, and they are asking too for some help. And for the residents that come back to the ranch, letting them know that you are back, so they stop going to visit the houses that are already occupied again. They will go checking up the ones that there's no people in them. And the tennis update, they are starting their tournaments too. So you can see that there's a lot of information in the newsletter. Please be sure that you have your email at customer service office updated. Please, some people say, I don't receive it. Well, do you have your email? Yes, this one. Oh, this is not the one we have registered. So you have to change it each time you change your email. The next one is the Cachanilla pools. Cachanilla pools, we are going to make some adequations there with the food and the beverages. We will move from there now. We are going to move them next to the Palapa. So if somebody wants to not be laying in the pool, they want to go and sit in the tables and chairs that are over there, they can do that. It's going to be faster. And the barril will stay where they are because of the grease that the cooking does affects the solar panels. We won't move the barrel. That's going to be there. But that's going to be done by the restaurant. So when it is ready, we will let you know. I want to talk about Cachanilla pools because I received many complaints. And this is not right because it is not the HOA which caused the trouble. I go to the pool and there's no enough chaise longues. There's no tables. There's no chairs. Let me tell you this. Any pool in the world has a capacity. You cannot go over that capacity. And that means people in the pool. So we have the number of equipment that we need for that number of people. The problem is that many residents are giving passes to anybody from San Felipe. They tell them, can you give me a pass? I have seen girls from the gas station. I have seen constructors. I have seen people that I know from San Felipe from 40 years ago. And I asked them, did you buy a lot in El Dorado? No, I have 3 friends that give me passes. The idea is a visitor is a person who is not living in San Felipe. They are coming to visit you, the residents. They are visiting family, friends from the outside of Mexico. This was oriented to bring more buyers to the ranch because the people who is living in San Felipe, they're not interested in buying a lot in the ranch, but they are interested in coming to the pools, coming to the activities. And if you give them a pass, you are letting all these people come in. I am not against people of San Felipe. I live in San Felipe. And I know maybe 75% of the people in San Felipe. So if you don't want the pools and the activities crowded with people from San Felipe, be careful with your passes, please. You are the ones that have the power to go and say, I want 4 passes for my friends. Please think about it twice. The next one, hold on, Tony. Questions are at the end, please. The next one is, I received commentaries from Dick Peterson, who is the president of the supervisors at EDR. And he told me, there is in the net, there are different chapters talking and exchanging ideas. And he told me, Roberto, the people think that the HOA is responsible for the security of the ranch, and you are liable to be sued. Sorry, that's not true. That's why we bring the Fiscalía General del Estado. We are not a legal authority. We are an inside first responders for the people of the ranch. Security is paid by the HOA, but we are not the police. We are not responsible to resolve any crime. We are not responsible to follow up in the investigations. We do it with them. That's why they were here, because we know there are always incidents. But you can talk with your neighbors. Any camp in San Felipe, and if you go south, you will be surprised how many burglaries are happening in town. We are the safest place in San Felipe. And it's not me saying that, it's your neighbors. Everybody envies the security of the El Dorado Ranch. We cannot be sued because we are not police. Are you going to sue the Yuma police because there was a theft in your house? For sure not. You cannot do that. Same thing with us. We patrol. If we have more than 2,000 houses in El Dorado, and I have 84 people in security, and usually we are shorter, how can we be in 2,000 places at a time? No way. We have implemented security measures, like the infrared system. We patrol. We are in contact with the police. Ricardo Perez, who is the operations manager, he's always in contact with the Army, the Navy, the Guardia Nacional, the police, the Ministerio Público, and the fiscal people. So we are on it all the time. We never tell you about the investigations that are in process because there's always leaks. We have several investigations in process. And when we get to them, we already have put 7 people in jail since I came in. This is my 10th year in the HOA. Almost 1 per year. I'm getting closer to that. And ask everywhere else if they have put 1 person in 10 years. Nobody have done it. And I am not making this, I am the guy. No. This is our work. And we try to do it the best we can. But we are not the police. We are working with the police and with the authorities to make El Dorado Ranch the safest place in San Felipe. That's the truth, naked truth. So please don't think that we are going to be sued because there was a theft in one of the houses. That's not possible. We are not the police. The next one, storms and road maintenance. On August 19, we have Hillary's visit. Fortunately, it did not hit us with all the original force, and as a matter of fact, it arrived as a tropical storm. Strong, but not as a hurricane. It damaged many of our roads. As it is our custom, we started working immediately in opening all the main roads that do not permit transit, but it took us many hours of hard work and expenditure of diesel. As always, we start with the main roads, with the main streets, and then we go street by street on leaved areas. When the people call us and say, you know, I have a very small car, I cannot go out of my street, we go immediately there. But it takes time and work. So I always say, please be patient. We will work all of them on time. Right now, we are back at our normal schedule. One comment, this time we did not red dirt because and with K, when K hit us last year, we had put red dirt in several streets, in many blocks. And what happened? K took all that red dirt into the ocean, and we cannot get it back. So right now, we are going to wait until the end of the hurricane season, which is in the month of November, and then we will start putting red dirt back. Okay, this is all I have in the agenda. I'm going, oh wait, let me explain a little bit more about the Centro de Denuncia Tecnológica, Technological Denounce Center. They have three bottoms there. One is the Centro de Denuncia Tecnológica, second one is 911, and the other one is if you lose a document. Centro de Denuncia Tecnológica, this is what they come to sell to you. If your house is robbed, if somebody comes into your house and takes your jewelry, your money, whatever, you have to let know El Dorado, because we will be the first ones to arrive. Second, we make contact with the police too. You can call 911 too and tell them, you know, my house has been intruded. Please come. They will come. Why is this important for us to be there? Because we can help you. Many people of the police or the ministerial doesn't speak English. So our people who goes to your house, they all speak English. They can be the translators. They can help you out with the situation. And then the Centro de Denuncia Tecnológica. This is the next step once you call 911. If you call 911, the one who is going to appear at your door is the police. It's not the Fiscalía General del Estado. This is the Attorney General Office. The police is separate from the attorney. So once you advise the police goes to the Ministerio Público and gives them your report. From there, you have to go to the office and put your claim. With this, you don't have to go to the office. With this, you go into your computer and put your claim through the internet. They will receive it and they will start working in them. For sure, you have to fill all what the attorney says, your name, your street, your identification, everything that is there. They assure us that whenever you call these numbers, there's going to be English-spoken people. Like they say, we are starting. We don't have that many people, but we are trying that at all times there is one person who speaks English. This doesn't depend on us. Remember that. This is a government office. We are not running it. And then, once you put your claim, they will follow on it, and they will make contact with you. When? It depends on them. And the third one is if you lose your passport, if you lose driver's license, whatever your card identification, if you lose your plates, you can report them there, like a stolen or loose, whatever that happens, and they will take the report too. This is to prevent somebody to make bad use of your plates, of your ID, of your license, or whatever, of your credit cards too. So these are the three services they are offering, and they are very good. I really like this because in this way, even if you are in Europe and we call you and say, there was an intrusion at your home, you can put your denounce in Europe in the internet. So this is really going to help. The other thing is, I have been saying this for 10 years. We need your help to put people behind bars. If you complained, somebody went into my house in the shutters, it goes into thin air. Nobody will do nothing. If you come to us, report it to us, and we put the claim with them, or you go now into the internet and put the claim, you are helping us to put the people behind bars. My objective here is not to put people behind bars. My objective here is to have security in the ranch. If we put one guy, two guys, three guys behind bars, I can tell you that the fourth one is going to say, I better don't go to El Dorado. That's prevention. That's what we do. So this is all the information I wanted to give to you about the Centro de Denuncia Tecnológica and clarify things that we are not responsible of, but we are here to help. And security, Ricardo Perez is the operations manager. He can tell you, I always tell to him, to me the most important thing is security. Owners, employees, and HOA, in that order. So I am going to present you the slides of what we have been doing all these 3 months from June to here, and I'll be back at the table. Sí, aquí lo traigo también. El otro sí. Estos no los ves. Ajá. Hello.
Are you Friday?
Yeah. Town Hall, September 2023, slideshow. El Dorado Ranch, La Ventana, El Mar, Las Villas. Dorado Ranch. Next, please. Repair and painting of security gate from La Ventana del Mar main entrance. We did all these repairs. Right now it looks very nice. Next, please. Repair and painting the security gate, New Saltito Road. This is next to the dog park. Next, please. Palos Verdes South and Hacienda del Sol, planters painted and repaired. Next, please. Tennis courts maintenance after Hillary storm. You can see the first slide, how it was the dirt outside the courts, and the courts redone and cleaned it up. Next, please. Road signs installation in Buena Vista roads. We put all along the road of Buena Vista all the signs that were needed, brand new ones. Next one, please. Water leak repair at Cachanilla parking lot. Next, please. Sign at 7,200 Vista del Sol 1 repair, painted and reinstalled. Next, please. Tennis court number 1 repaired and painted. Right now it looks like the 3 slides in the right side, and it was like the slides in the left side of your screen. Next one, please. Hacienda del Sol gate water pipe repair. Next. 6 new ties for grader number 2. Next, please. Well pump repair and installed. The circles in that small chain show, it's a pipe, but it shows that where the holes were, all of them were repaired. Next one, please. Paseo del Sol roads repaired. Next. Vista del Mar roads repaired. Next. Hacienda del Sol roads repaired. Next one. Buena Vista roads repaired. Next one, please. As you can see, there were many roads that we have to fix, and these are only the main ones. There are hundreds of the small ones. Engine gasket kit installing grader number 1. Next, please. Cachanilla pools clean after Hillary storm. Each time it rains, each time there is wind, each time there is something, weather thing that happens, we have to close the pools, clean them up, and restore the chlorine levels and pH and everything that they need. Next, please. Volleyball pump propeller replaced at Cachanilla pool. Next one, please. Corner grates replaced at Cachanilla pools. Next, the sun destroyed these ones as breath. Cachanilla water register covers. These were made new because they were old and they were already deteriorated. Next, please. Security. First aid backpack with first aid kit. Next, please. New digital oximeter. Next. New baumanometer to measure blood pressure. We make a lot of use of these ones. Next. Protective equipment case. We take good care of our equipment. Next. Glucometer to measure blood sugar level. Each time that security is called in an emergency, they bring all this equipment to provide the first assistance. And once the Cruz Roja arrives, you are given the option to go to BMC clinic, or if you want to go to town, whatever you decide. It's your decision. Next. 4 new tires for Tacoma 2013. Next. 6 new radio batteries. Next. Activities. New mobile speaker for activities. Right now they are very happy, the guys. Next, please. New golf floating chipping game for new activity. The activities team is always thinking in new things to have you entertain, so you have fun. Next, please. La Ventana del Mar. Electrical main box replaced at water fountain at La Ventana del Mar entrance. Next. 90 tires picked up on beach area after Hillary storm. All of these tires come from the camps next to us. Many of them, they put tires to prevent vehicles to come into their beaches or whatever, or into their properties. And when storms come in, all the water takes the tires to the sea, and usually they arrive at our beach. Next, please. Palm trees trimmed at La Ventana del Mar. This is to make it look good. Next, please. Palapa pool water pumps grounded and replaced. Next one, please. New propane bulb installed on Palapa pool heater. Next. La Ventana del Mar garden areas cleaned and maintained at main gate. Next, please. Las Villas. Condo 15-2 flat roof repair. Next. Condo 52 flat roof repair. Next. Condo 27-2 flat roof repair. Next. Condos 15-2, 14-2, 32-2, and 54-1 roof repaired. In these ones, we have, as always, we have put all of them together, so we don't have just one each time. Next. Condos 58-1, 67-2, 69-4, and 77-1 roof repairs. Same thing. Las Villas pool number 2, restroom pipe leak repair. Next. New water pump installed at Las Villas pool number 1. Next, please. Drain between condos 32 and 33, cleaned after Hillary storm. Next, please. Chainsaw Makita repair. Next. This is some statistics that I asked our security department to present to you in this town hall meeting, because there were so many comments about the security at El Dorado Ranch. You can see here we make from 2019 to 2023. You can see the numbers going down, 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 down. Right now we have 3 in this year. Thankfully they were minor, not big ones, not with violence, which is very important. This is burglaries. Next, please. This is police interventions. You can see from 26 in 2018 to 5 this year. Mainly is residents' violence in the home and renters, same season, same reason. Next, please. Medical emergencies. These ones have come down, but still this is not way to prevent them. Next one. Fires. We have been in an average, if we make an average of it, it comes to 2 per year, more or less, 2.5. But right now you can see we have 1 last year, 2 this year, and 21, 2. So it has come down. I think so that's the last one, or do we have another one? This is the end of the presentation. So now I will open the floor for questions. Gracias. Tony, this is your occasion to make the question you wanted to do.
Okay, thank you.
After the
Don't have to
lady,
push
you can
anything.
come to the front.
No, it's on
Okay.
already.
Yes.
All right. Good morning, Sue Bean, 6522 067 01. Okay, sorry. You have the SAFE program for people that are away from their homes. I was wondering if there was any possibility of starting a program for individuals who are at home on their own. On the same lines as SAFE or maybe security, there are quite a few people that I know personally, and I had an interaction with one in the early hours of Sunday morning. He cannot look after himself. He needs somebody to come and check on him, and I'm sure that there are quite a few people in that area. I can't do it. You know, I volunteer, I do the dog park, but I can't head this up. But I was wondering if there was something somebody could do about it.
Not from the HOA, not from the HOA, but I will ask the community to form a kind of volunteer team to help these people out. There's another option too. There is a new care facility in town.
Right.
It's called, I don't remember the name exactly, but it's like Mother Teresa or something like that. I will find out the name and we will send an email to everybody. But this is a group of people that tried to start it in the El Dorado. For different reasons they cannot have done. But they found a very nice house in the town, very big, with a big lot in the back, so they can grow. And I haven't visited them yet. I talked with one of the owners, who is a retired major of the Mexican Army, and he has several partners. And but I am going to go next week. I already talked with him. I want to visit the premises, and they will be here at the golf tournament that is going to be by the end of October, and they will have a tent giving the information of the services they provide. So this is another good way of saying, I will be attended, I will be taken care. I am not sure about all the services they do, but when I will visit them next week, I will get a flyer or something that specifies everything, so I can give it the information to all of you.
No, that's very good, and I know some people that are in that facility. This would be like people that have been left alone. Like my neighbor, for instance, his wife is away for 2 weeks.
Yes.
So, and a lot of people don't want to leave their homes. What they need is like a visiting angel to check in on them. Just something like that.
Yes, I understand that.
Okay.
That's what I suggest, that form a
Thank you.
volunteer team, because as an HOA, we cannot take the liability if something happens to that person.
Thank you.
Thank you. Ross? Oh, Tony, sorry.
Can I do this? Necesito para grabar. Ahí está.
Good morning, everybody. My name's Tony Cuevas, and I've been a full-time resident here for 18 years. I'm not a snowbird. Me and my wife reside here, and we love it. But I got a couple of questions for you, Roberto. As far as the pools, you were talking about the pools earlier, about the repairs. My wife's a water aerobics instructor, and at times in the last 2-3 months, the water pipes broke, no water to go to the restroom. And my wife would ask the head guy in maintenance, I don't want to mention his name, but he said the parts would take 2 to 3 weeks to get. Now, my question is, why does it take so long? Are they coming from New York or Paris or something like that? Because they should have stuff like that in the general vicinity. And another question is, they have a tendency of like putting a Band-Aid on it. I don't know if they get a brand new part. I don't know if they should get a brand new part instead of just putting in a Band-Aid on it. Because I go to play water volleyball myself. So there's times when they ain't got no showers, and you're supposed to shower before you get into the pool. So how are you going to shower? There's no water.
It's very easy, Tony. This was the first year in the 10 years I have been here that happened. And you know something, Tony? Things get broken, even in your house.
Oh, yeah.
So it is the same thing. But here in your house is a pipe of 1 inch.
Oh, that.
Here they are 20 inches.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
So you can go to the stores here in San Felipe and they don't have that kind of supplies. We have to order them from Mexicali. And right now the problem is the chain of supplies. And it's not just here. Just ask the car manufacturers about the chips from China. It's an example. We don't use chips here for the pipes. But it's the same thing. They don't have 3,000 things of everything on store. They order them and they receive them. We have to cross them through the border and then we use them. So this is one of the things that are not good of living here, because we are far away from the main cities of Baja. And this is not new. I have been here longer than you've been here in San Felipe. And I was working in Las Misiones Hotel. It was tough. It was tough. If a washing machine worked out, we have to call the technician in San Diego, and they charge us $120 per hour to come to just check it up.
I'm not done yet.
Make the diagnosis, and then they go back, bring the parts, and start doing the thing. So just for the 2 trips, there was $480, and nothing was done yet. They just bring the parts. Then they finish the work, and then the big bill arrives. So this is not as easy as today. This is a lot easier than at that time. But still, we confront not easy things. And we are not the only ones. And as I say to you, this is the first time that we don't have showers working, and it was for 2-3 days, not 3 weeks. Now, please, don't ask the guy at the side of the pool. This guy doesn't know many things. Go with Ricardo Perez or with me. My office is always open. I don't close my door. It's closed because the air conditioned. But if you knock, it's open. If you want to make an appointment, because sometimes I'm not there, you can go with Sarina and say, I want an appointment with Roberto, and we make an appointment. I don't have any problem.
Okay.
But don't ask the guy next to us. They will say anything to just say to you something, and you go away.
Oh, yeah, I've been here, like I said, 18 years. I've seen it and I've heard everything. But my second question I got, and I'm out of here, you were referring to the burglaries and stuff like that, and you were mentioning that now who are you referring to, they coming in to break in? Because I've seen a lot of people, suspicious people here in my neighborhood, in vans and SUVs, and they're not Mexican, they're Americans. I hate to excuse the term, but they're gabachos, gringos, and they're driving around too, and I question them, I stop them. And I ask the guy, I said, what are you guys doing here? Oh, we're looking for so-and-so. No. You know, so I don't know what you're referring to, they. Are you referring to the Mexicanos?
They, I never say Mexicanos,
No,
Chinos, or Russians, or whatever. They is anybody else who doesn't pertain to the ranch. Those are they. I don't want to make this a racist thing. I don't want to make this a political thing. This is they are the thieves that come into. And we know there are several here. We know who they are, and the authorities already know who they are. They know. And we are just watching them to commit one mistake, and they will be taken out.
All right, thank you.
There are 5 that we have identified.
Thank you.
Ross Wilkin, 13-year now full-time resident.
Yes.
I really had to dig deep to come up with some kind of complaint or question this time. And life has been really, really good. So I appreciate that and everything that HOA has done.
Thank you.
Your first response may be that this isn't an HOA problem. It is an HOA problem, but I'm not sure how or whether HOA can do anything about it. And it's an HOA problem because it's something that affects all of us as El Dorado Ranch owners. And that is when Highway 5 gets repaired out here, and I recognize that that's a government issue, and I'm pleased that they do it because the new blacktop is very, very nice. But oftentimes there's a long delay between the time they finish the blacktop and the time that they mark the road, either with the center stripe or a stripe on each side. And that's certainly the situation now from where we live, which is the far northern entrance, down to here. There's that 2-mile stretch, beautiful new black, but it's not marked at all. And I had a near emergency a few days ago after there had been a car fire along that road on the embankment on the right-hand side. And it deeply scarred and burned the road itself to the point that there was about a 6-inch ditch. Normally that wouldn't be a problem because there'd be a stripe and that ditch was on the far side of the embankment there and people driving on the right lane wouldn't see it. But at night and with no markings, we don't really know where our lane is, and we can sometimes end up a little farther to the right than we should be or a little farther to the left than we should be. And I almost hit that at one point. I had to make an emergency turn at the very last moment as I saw it. And also there are situations where now I try and drive kind of in the middle of the road so that I'm not too far off to the right. And I've had cars pass me in the other lane and get themselves in a dangerous situation because they're now too far to the left trying to get around this guy that looks like an idiot who's driving down the middle of the road. That would be cured if, at least within a few days or a week after they do the road, they paint it, with the lines. So I think El Dorado Ranch is big enough and powerful enough that if you suggest to the government officials or whatever that do this, that they quickly line those streets, not as a favor, it's a safety issue. And we've had enough accidents as it is along those roads. Many of us have had close friends pass away because of accidents along that road. So I highly ask and suggest that these roads be painted sooner rather than later after they're repaired.
Okay, let me comment something about that. You are totally right. We all suffer the same thing. When I am driving from El Dorado to town at night, same thing. We don't see the sides of the road. And yesterday I was following Ricardo to town, and suddenly he was in front of me and he put the flashers lights and he moved to the left. I followed him. There was a car without tail lights in the back, a small truck. And he has better eyes than me, I can tell you. When I saw the car, I said, my God, this is too dangerous. But I will report that there are 2 instances. One is SCT, which is a federal thing. Those are the ones that have to paint the roads. I will send one to SCT through Jesus Olmos, and the other one will go here to tourism office, because tourism office has influence because of the affluence of tourism. So I will send an email, by email, a formal letter asking for painting the roads, yes. That you are right. That's part of our problem too.
Okay, and one other issue, I'm going to get flack on this because I don't know if I even agree with it myself, even though I'm saying it. As we all know, the developer and others are trying to rekindle interest in the ranch. And there's more and more people interested in coming down here and looking at lots and doing this sort of thing. And all these people do their due diligence ahead of time, and that they look for Facebook groups and chats and all this stuff. And they want to read all the things that aren't directly from El Dorado Ranch. They want to know what those of us that live here think. And every now and then, issues come up, like you brought up today, about burglaries and things like that. And when these things appear on publicly open sites, they become, I think they call them flame wars or something. I mean, they just go on and on and on and on. And somebody stumbling across that has an interest in visiting El Dorado Ranch and perhaps buying a lot, read these things, and it comes across much worse than it actually is. So I would suggest maybe there be a separate site that's only available to El Dorado Ranch owners, that you need a password or something to get in. And that anybody who wants to discuss that sort of stuff can go there and do it. Know that they're only talking to other El Dorado Ranch people. Maybe they'll even get a better answer that way because they're talking to people that live here and experience it. And at the same time, outsiders aren't exposed to strictly negative stuff. Now, the argument against that sort of thing is it's not open, So I'm not sure what the solution is, but at the very least, I would ask all of us to kind of tone it down, and realize that we're spiting our, what's the expression, cutting off our nose to spite our face, because I think we all want the ranch to prosper and do better, as long as they're not in our backyard. Right? We don't want close by neighbors, but we want more people other places to pay their HOA dues so that ours don't have to continually go up. So, I mean, all those things, thank you. Just an idea, something, let's cool it with the negative stuff.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ross. I will make a comment because Mr. Ross is totally right. Attacks in any net is not just, it doesn't go just to the whoever it is directed. It goes directly against the HOAs. And the HOAs are formed by you. The people who is here, the people who is outside that have never come back in 10 years, or the people who is doing all these bad commentaries. It doesn't make good to anybody, so I recommend, as Mr. Ross said, don't do it. That's the best advice for not hurting the HOAs. Yes, sir.
All right, my name is Andre Correo. I happen to be somebody who's lowering your HOA dues because I just bought a house closed on Saturday, okay, in the solar section. Our lot is 6250, 28, 22, and 15. It's the old Hubble house. I don't know, everybody says, oh, the Hubble house. So I don't know if that's Karen Hubble, the Hubble telescope or something, I don't know. But my question is, we haven't been able to pay, and it's $1,000 per lot now if you're a new person to come in just to join, I guess, the HOA. I don't know. This wasn't put in any of the literature. I keep getting all these extra monies to pay while I'm down here. It wasn't for the dues. I don't know what this is for. But anyway, I've made several attempts to find the right place to pay. Your people at the various
Customer
offices,
service.
yeah, they're very accommodating and very nice. But I don't know if this is a new process or what. But we got sent to the one by the Arco station, which is where we go through. They sent us over here. We went over here. That person said, no, you got to go back over there. Finally, we found the sales office, but it was closed because it was after 3. Then we came back. We did get to talk to them, but then they said we had extra forms that we had to fill out, not just the forms we were given. So I don't know if you have a set procedure. And if you do, that probably should be in writing because our realtor had no idea what we were going through. So now, we've been trying to pay since last week, so your dues aren't going down because I haven't paid yet. So is there any method? I own a business up north. I've been in business for years. There are ways to streamline procedures so that it's outline, point 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is what should happen. And as the HOA, if you could put something out like that, that would be great. Give it to the realtors, give it so that we get that and we know what to do. We couldn't even find this place. I'm asking everybody for the HOA main office or something, and it turns out it's a sales office for something when I finally found it. So behind the restaurant. So, a little clarification and stuff like that, because if you're looking for new owners, they're going to be in the same spot as me. Maybe not even as good, because I'm fairly intelligent, And you know, it only took me a week, so.
Okay, yeah, let me give you some advice. The $1,000 is not to get registered at the HOA. It doesn't have to do nothing for the HOA. This is a transfer of the property to your name. That's a legal cost. And it has to be paid with sales.
All right, sorry guys.
No, it's okay. You got to make the questions. And we are here to
their
answer.
dues aren't going down now.
We are answering to you. And any questions you need, go with Serena. If she can answer to you, we will direct you to the people who can do it directly there.
Okay. And do you have a list of? Okay. So
She is
I can
Serena.
get her phone number, email, or whatever.
Give her your email. That will be important. Tenemos los rules and regs en disco, ¿verdad? Yeah. We can email you all the regs and regulations of the HOA.
Okay.
And rules and regulations. And we have the CCRs, which is covenants construction covenants. So you can read all of that. And as I said before, we are doing a new document about, in case you buy a house, but many people buy a lot. So don't start building before reading this paper, because that will solve many problems.
Right.
But anything you need, just go to the office, we'll help you out.
Okay. And which office are you referring to? This one right here?
Where the gas station is in Arco,
Oh, okay.
the building in the middle.
All right. That's our entrance.
We are a target right there.
Okay. Gracias. Okay, and we love it here. We've been coming since April, so.
Good. Welcome back. Welcome.
Took us
here.
4 days down here before we bought some.
Thank you, sir.
Put the
on?
microphone. Yeah.
Huh?
Right here. Okay.
Hi, I'm Pat McKay, a full-time resident here since September 2020.
Put your micro closer, please.
Just on your mouth.
Thank
Okay. I was just wondering why there's no other vendors being invited to the Blues Festival, like years before. Last year there's complaints that the beer was warm and the food was cold, so they're not going to come back this year.
I don't know about that, because the real organizer is the Lion Club.
Oh.
But we work with them.
Well, it's just a
I
pavilion.
think so. They will have vendors.
Pardon?
That's what last meeting I was invited to. They say that they were going to have vendors.
Well, they didn't have anybody else last year. No other vendors at all last year. Just a pavilion. Yeah, the food vendors and the brewery and
Well,
like
the
years before.
food vendors are not allowed, because the food side is for the developer to make business too. It's what they have is different vendors about paintings, arts and crafts, things like that. But the food, here is a restaurant that can provide the food. That's the thing. And the organizer of the event is the Lions Club. And I think so. They make a very, very big effort to put it together. It will be good if you come to Blues and Arts. When you come in, there's always a member of the team who organizes it. You can talk with them and give your opinions, and they will be taken in account.
Yeah, I thought, well, support the community. That's not supporting the community with just a pavilion.
Talk to them, because there are always changes, but if enough commentaries are in, things can be reverted too.
Mm-hmm. Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Hi everyone, Kathy Thaxton. I think all of us are always concerned about our dues. Are you able to give us an update on the efforts to collect overdue dues, specifically at EDR, and the process, just a synopsis of the process that legally can happen for those? I know on the website we always have the list of shame, but are you able to give an update?
As a matter of fact, if you go to the webpage of the HOA, there are all the reports that we present to the supervisor each month. And there is the collections department report of how much they are collecting in each one of the two HOAs. The thing is this, I always comment about this. The people has to pay their dues because if not, everybody suffers, and the HOA suffers. It's the main thing is two things are affecting right now. One is many owners have passed away. Many others, one of the members have died, wife or husband, and the other half says, I won't get back to San Felipe because now I am alone, I am this age, I don't want to travel alone, I don't feel safe, whatever reason. But I am making right now statistics about how many paying owners we have lost in the 10 years I have been here, and because of these reasons, mainly. So the other thing is we need to have more sales. This is something that the developer has to do with the new marketing program, and he is working in bringing the investment and all that. But until that happens, we need more sales because we have to renew the base of paying owners. We, the administrators, I am the manager of the HOA, but Lalo Garcia is the financial guy. And we sit each week with Ricardo and we review and we say, well, we have all this money. Where are we going to apply this money? Because we have to do the things we have to do. And it's because it's reducing. Even that we raise the HOA dues, the money keeps going down. You can, if you go into the web page and you see the financial records and all that,
I do.
everything is right there. It's clear our water. You don't have to be a financial guy just to see the differences in between 1914 and 1922. You can see the difference in paying owners by HOA. So it's easy to see. We are having a difficult situation. That's why we have to raise. And besides the things that are happening in the world, we don't have to do nothing with the Ukraine war, but it affects all. Because of the oil prices go up, the supplies are shorter. Right now there is a war between the grains, between Poland, Ukraine, and another country, so the prices will go high, and that makes higher everything in the world.
I understood a couple of years ago, maybe a year and a half ago, we actually hired a firm out of Mexicali on a contingency basis to collect overdue dues. Is that working or not?
We have a team here who is collecting, and they are doing a good job, I can tell you. I don't have the number right now, but I can give it to you. I have it in my office.
So at this point, we no longer have a contract with those in Mexicali?
No, in Mexicali there's not anybody doing that. As a matter of fact, for example, these people doesn't have a salary. If they collect, they get money.
Correct.
If they don't collect, they don't get anything.
Okay, so that's now here located on the ranch.
It has been located since at least 8 years ago. They are working next to the Palapa pool.
Thanks.
In the house that is right there, the right side.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Put the microphone on. Right here, the microphone for the camera.
Oh, for the camera. Vicky Boat, new owner with my husband Stan. We bought 4 here recently, and we're up here rehabilitating them. I'm going to address just what the previous lady said. You said you have collections, but if you look on the website, it's almost, 17 million right now in outstanding HOA for the ranches, and then like another 4 million almost outstanding dues. So we're almost at a loss of $20 million from what the figures were from 2022. Okay? Now, I understand you saying people die and all of that, but with the power of the internet, you can find anyone. You can find their addresses if they're still alive. You can find people who are related to them. I'd be happy to volunteer to that, because just doing sales, and I do marketing and sales in the US, just doing sales is not going to cure the problem of people that were whatever happened here, that we're $20 million behind. You can't sell out that much of the ranch to make the difference. That's the only statement I'm going to make on that. Anyways, one of the things that Ross said, he was talking about the chat. Ross, we can do that on Facebook and just make it where people would register, they would put their names on. You have to have a few administrators and it can be closed just to people who are residents. So that's really easy. One of the things that did come off the chats is somebody would like to know if we can do a community garden here.
A community what?
Community garden. To grow vegetables.
No.
Jardinero. Okay.
No. It cannot be done because all the land in the... You want to talk?
I've got an answer for you, Ben.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Dick will take
All
care.
right, yeah, because that was one of the things that came up. There was a club that just said, they're saying even like if somebody had a lot, you know, could we do a community garden on somebody's lot?
No.
There isn't anything against having your own personal garden, is there?
Not in somebody else's lot. Well, Dick will explain it to you in detail.
Okay,
In
that's
detail,
fine.
because there are rules from the government too.
Okay, but anyways, we love it here. We're purposefully here, and 11 years living in Mexico. We currently live in Cabo San Lucas, and we're moving here from there. So,
Okay. Welcome.
Oh.
Welcome to El Dorado too.
Thank you.
Put the microphone for the camera. There we go.
Hi there, my name is Kathleen Goldforth. I live on Paseo del Sol, Block 20, Property 1. What? Oh, sorry. So I have two things I would like to ask. On Paseo del Sol, 99% of the homes are really nice homes, and they're completed, and there's new homes being built out there. But we have this one trailer that has been out there for the length of time that I've been there. I've been there 3 years. It's been hit by 2 hurricanes. It's an eyesore. Everything is flapping all over. The tires are flat. There's no Ramada. And I have tried to buy it. I've tried to find out who owns it. I've tried to find out, I've had involved SAFE. I tried calling real estate agents, and I don't know who owns that. And I would like, I have heard that if somebody passes away and they don't have anyone to leave it to or whatever, that it's just going to sit out there. And it's a real eyesore on that road, and I would like to see it gone, and as I'm sure other neighbors would like to see it gone too.
Mm-hmm. Okay, first thing that you can do is send an email to Ricardo Montaño in the TRC committee. If you send him this email, he will go and check the place, see who is the owner, send a letter. We can start a process there.
Oh, that would be wonderful. Okay,
Yeah.
because it's just getting worse. I mean, with every storm that comes up, I mean, stuff's flopping in the wind. It's just, it's not good. So I would appreciate that.
Yeah.
The second thing, I saw that you did some repairs at the Palapa pool, which is appreciated. Still, it's not too close. I don't know how to use this thing. Anyway, I see that you did some repairs at the Palapa pool, and I'd like to ask if there's going to be some more repairs done, because there's, again, the same thing with the Hillary storm, I think, and the Hurricane K. The awnings are missing, they're flapping. The chairs out in the eating area, the dining area, they look like they've just been beaten up from the storms. You know, they look like they're going to fall apart when you sit on them. And I'm just curious if any money has been allotted to further upscaling that pool, because it's a nice area. We'd like to use it more.
Yeah. Okay, we will look into that.
Okay.
And please, about the trailer, don't forget to send the email to Ricardo Montaño.
Okay, thank you very much. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, since there are no more questions, I want to thank you all for your time and for being here, and see you at the GAs in November. Thank you very much. How are you? No problem.
So I'm Karen Greenberg.
David, yes, I know you
at
are.
Condo 14-4, and the
El Alex.